As holiday shopping ramps up, you may see more robots and drones delivering packages. We've heard about this. The same-day bot is a new device from FedEx that is already roaming the streets of New York. But if you get in trouble or if family arguments get a little too rowdy at the Thanksgiving table, there's a robot you do not want to see. Check out this video from a TechCrunch conference. Here's a Boston Dynamics robot tested with the Massachusetts State Police. Now, the company's CEO says the robot can open doors and it will be controlled by an officer in a safe location. The idea is it can be used for dangerous situations, such as a hostage negotiation. But I have to wonder, does it stop there? Well, to talk more and we turn to legal and media analyst Lionel. Lionel, I watched this video, and sure, it looks really cool and really much advanced in tech, but I just have to think of movies like Terminator and Doomsday and all of these horrible things where robots literally take over our lives. So as a citizen, I just have to wonder, what are your rights if a law enforcement robot and not a human cop knocks on your door just like the video we just saw?
Well, first, if I could, can we back up just a second and stop saying robot?
Okay.
I know we're saying, no, I mean, not that's what we call it. Robots don't bother me. Robots are great. Robots are terrific. Robots are robots. Artificial intelligence, that's the story. And by the way, you notice how these things are made to look like dogs? You know they don't have to. These can be battering rams. These could actually be far better equipped to do a better job if they had multiple arms. But the reason why they're doing this is to habituate you and condition you through this wonderful world called the uncanny valley to let you know that this is just a little dog, Scotty. This is cool. This isn't anything to be afraid of. Sophia, you know, the robot is going to look nice with a face and a smile and batting eyes. This is deliberate. So to your original question, this is merely an extension of the police. So if the police can't do something in person, they can't do something through the extension of a robot or whatever. But Scotty, here's what I'm afraid of. What happens when we then allow these to be programmed via artificial intelligence or artificial general intelligence, so that these are not sent in to get the bad guy? But Scotty, what if they're allowed to patrol, to pull people on their own, to learn the behaviors of certain people? Could they be profiling? Would certain ethnicities be more prone to being stopped? Or if you realize we've made a mistake, Scotty, can you bring them back? Artificial intelligence is basically programs itself. Robots are programmed by people, but AI is programmed by AI. It may not be able to be drawn back. The first thing they're going to do is replicate themselves. See, this is what nobody wants to talk about. People like Ben Gertzel and Ray Kurzweil, who make it sound so cool and neat, never talk about this runaway train called AI.
Well, and that's the thing, you know, you think this looks very sci-fi. I know there's movies and books that have been written that exactly as you describe happening, and you go, that could never happen. But we look at the advances of technology, and it might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but for the next generation or 2 or 3 generations down the road, it could be truly believable. And the creators of the Spot robot want to make sure they won't be used to harm or intimidate people. However, the police are already starting to use them in dangerous situations. So how can we guarantee they physically will not attack someone either now or in the future?
Oh, I love when they say that our intention is that this never gets out of control. Remember one thing, another one of Lionel's laws, Scotty, if you're reading about it now, it's 5 years old. This is already old. They've already got this. This is already done. And by the way, Boston Dynamics, who owns that? Who bought that? Google Plus, Google, DARPA. I mean, this idea, keep in mind who these players are and who these people are. But you ask a very good question, which is what I'm saying. Can we stop these? Can you basically take your, delete that app or say, all right, that's enough, cute little dog. Now you're going in and you're doing things on its own. What if this little cute dog right now, or whatever you think this thing is, on its own, Scotty, feels that the police or resources have not been used aggressively enough? Now, let me just say that. What if this artificial intelligence, on its own, this FIDO Spot, whatever you want to call it, decides that they have to up the notch? not necessarily programmed to understand or appreciate the Constitution, Terry against Ohio, Fourth Amendment, things like that. How do we call them back? And what do we do after they've already replicated themselves through other means? That's the issue.
Well, and when they do something wrong or if there is a malfunction, how do we hold them accountable? What, just take away their batteries?
Precisely.
That's
and
what
who's liable?
And exactly, and who's the one that actually pulls them out? Thank you so much, Lionel, for giving us a little bit of peek into the future and our legal rights. Thank you. It's hard to clear through the debris and get right down to the nitty-gritty that is real news. New details are coming to light in the case of Jeffrey Epstein as more
Spread between the 2-year Treasury yield and the 10-year Treasury yield.
Several hundred students are staging a sit-in.
the Amazon rainforest, and the blame game is underway. It's time for RT America. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.